Hi, my name is John. Welcome to a short video in a series of videos all about this Arctic 261 AC/DC inverter TIG welder. In this video I won't be sitting at a bench welding some nice clean stainless coupons. This is a real world video. I've got a stainless steel welding job to do and I'm going to base the video around that. I'm going to show some spot welding or some tack welding, and I'm going to use the pulse on easy set to weld this stainless. I'll try and get some decent shots, some arc shots, sort of through the lens, not to show you how to weld, just to show you what sort of results you can get. This screen shows I'm in DC TIG, straightforward, manual control DC TIG. That's all I'm interested in there where it says spot. So we'll go around, turn the spot on. So the spot's now on. If we click on here, it shows you the parameters of the weld. We've got pre-flow 2.5 seconds, that's gas before it starts to weld. The actual spot weld time is 2 seconds. Stitch time if you're going to stitch weld, but we're not stitch welding. The last one is 8.4 seconds, that's post-flow gas. That's gas that comes out when you finish welding to protect your tungsten and keep the weld clean, it's not being wasted. So that's it basically set up. I'm using 140 amps, we'll give it a try, that should be enough. This is the actual job we've got to do. This is an ash pan of a central steam wagon. The problem with it is it's 1.5 inches too shallow. So I've had some stainless steel strip cut and I've bent it around something to get it sort of somewhere near the shape, and I need to weld that onto there. So the idea is to put some tack welds on and slowly form it round to keep a nice curve to try and get it to fit as best I can. Then I'm going to pulse weld it. As you can see, this is being used, so that needs to be cleaned up to sort of nice bright shiny stainless as clean as I can get it. That will be a wire wheel job. I'll get that done and we'll try and get it clamped, try and get 1 or 2 tacks on, get some shots through the lens of it actually tack welding. I'm sure you'll be impressed with it. I know I certainly was. I've got a clamp on to hold the beginning of it. You can see the curve's wrong, the curve's not right. I just bent it around something I haven't got a set of rollers that'll bend this. But what I can do is I can make it fit, I can tack it and tack it and tack it and slowly bend it around, and we will get a good result. The idea of the tack is to get an instant whack, hard punch that fuses it together. Really strong, really quick. I've cleaned the stainless up. I've got the strip clamped at the beginning, so what we're going to do is put a tack weld on there and then slowly move around, tacking to get it to be a good fit. I've only had to bend this around the former. I haven't got a set of rollers that will bend that thick stainless, but I'm sure by putting tacks every so often we'll be able to get a good result. The beauty of the tack welder is, or the spot welder, it puts a real hot weld in fast. Depending on how long you set it for. I think I'll set mine for 2 seconds, and it really bites in quickly and fuses it together. All you need to do is tap the pedal and away it goes, or if it was a switch, switch it on the torch switch and away you go. I've got a separate earth off my welding bench. I've got the foot pedal down here, so I'm basically ready to start putting some tack welds on. I'll do one or two like this and I'll bring the camera in closer and show you what it actually looks like from the welder's point of view. Right, so it's a simple case. Put the tungsten really close, then press the pedal. Just making really nice shiny tack welds so you can bend it into shape. Keep moving around as it gets better. You might have to use a clamp to pull it in, but these tack welds are really strong. It is getting a really good hold. So we've got some nice, clean, right spot welds. I've used a G-clamp to pull this into place. As we move around, we can keep on moving the clamp, or you can just hold it by hand and put a tack weld on. I'll try and get a video of a little tack weld going onto there. So that was a setup for the spot welding. Now we're going to go DC easy set, 2.4mm tungsten as normal. We're welding 4mm material. It is stainless steel. It is a butt joint. Now I've got the pulse set to 3 Hz because I know that works. You can change the pulse on the preset menus, but 3, which is 2 Hz, actually works very well on this job. I'll try and get a shot through the welding mask if it actually been welded. I've got 10% either way on the amperage, and I'm going to tweak it up to 140 amps because I am using a pedal and I can't back it off if I need to. Now we're going to be doing a fusion weld. There'll be no filler material going in, just a straightforward fusion weld together because there's no gap. It's a nice tight fitting joint. So I get a nice clean shiny weld, really strong. Once that's polished off you don't even know it's been repaired really. We'll carry on, get it welded up. It's welded all the way around now. I'm just going to patch the put in there, but it's a nice clean weld all the way around. It's just about all the way through, so that's going to do the job very nicely indeed. I'm sure you'll agree that the machine did everything it's supposed to do. That spot function is very handy when you've only got one hand, you're holding something and you can tack up. The pulse on the easy set worked very well. Nice clean welds, plenty of penetration without that much heat input. I hope you've managed to learn something from the video, take something from it. If you do decide to buy this welder, in fact any product from Artec, be sure to use my name. It certainly won't do you any harm. And don't forget to wear your gloves when you're welding.